Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, with our main topic today. We're discussing today attracting investments to Egypt and also the good performance of the economy in Egypt. The Egyptian economy was able to deal with the different challenges that are facing Egypt and also that many countries around the world have suffered from. Well, to shed more light on this, we have the pleasure to have with us today our dear guest, Engineer Samy Samir Ayad, the economic expert. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Well, sir, how do you see the performance of the Egyptian economy despite the challenges that Egypt have faced, like any other country, of course, in the world, suffered from the pandemic of the COVID-19 and also the war between Russia and Ukraine?
Okay, our target is to increase the income of the country and to increase the income of the families and the individuals. That's why industry and the investment and the economy of Egypt is needed to be seen that we have to increase the investment inside our country.
Yes.
And definitely the government and the leaders of Egypt are trying and are doing their best, you know, and they started with the infrastructure, which is very, very important to enable us to attract the investors to come to Egypt. And our economy, it has to be seen about it that the infrastructure will help the economy and the industry to facilitate things, to make things easier.
Yes. Now, sir, Egypt is implementing hundreds of national mega projects and the state is keen on attracting investments. So could you give us your insight concerning this point?
Definitely the role of our banks, you know, to attract first the Egyptian people, you know, to participate in these projects is very important. And number two, of course, if we have got foreign investment, which they can come along and increase our capabilities here by introducing certain industries and certain investment in different direction, this will help as well, because at the end of the day we are 105 million people and we have to identify the projects which we can deal with it and the number of people which can get involved in the industry and other things to enable us to increase, as I said, the level of the standard of living of the Egyptian individual.
Yes. So can we say now, sir, that the Egyptian economy is now capable of attracting more investments?
Definitely, you know, Egypt is between three continents and is in a very attractive position. That's why we are very near to Europe and we're near to the market, and definitely we have got advantages here which should be exploited to enable us to, you know, to deal and deal with it.
Yes. So also, if you would like to tell us, please, which country you can see as a role model in attracting investments?
Well, you know, there is a lot of, you know, of countries which they attracted, but the world changes every now and then.
Yes,
you know?
Of course.
Turkey once upon a time was attracting a lot of investors.
Germany also.
You know, Germany is themselves, you know, the economy of Germany is depending on the German people, more or less, because they go outside the German to invest outside of their countries because of different reasons. But at the end of the day, the industry in Germany, this should be imitated and should be seen how they reached a very good standard of quality and good standard of production. That's why the German as an example and model of the good workmanship and, you know, efficient people.
Yes. What about, sir, the ability of Egypt to make clean energy resources and also the cheap costs of attracting investments?
Definitely this is a target for us, and this will help as well that we can attract people, attract investors, and we can definitely benefit from it health-wise and economy-wise and everything in every direction. That's why we shouldn't underestimate the importance of this issue.
Yes.
Yes.
So, sir, how do you see the importance also of the presence of different economic zones?
Well, let me put it this way, what is if we are going to invest, we have to invest in a place where is people educated or trained for the job. We have to train the people for a job. That's why we have got Upper Egypt. It should be cultivated and should be and industrialized, because it needs there the people. That's why we have to go to the people, not the people moving the people from one place to the other. There is some friendly industries like ready-made garments, like leather, industries, and certain industries. We should go for this to the people, not moving the people from their places to the industrial zones.
Yes.
And this is an important issue. And definitely industry like the ready-made garments is involving the ladies and girls, and this is very important to introduce this kind of industries where the girls are, which is for habits and reasons, they don't move from their villages and their towns to other places. That's why they stay stationary there, and they are educated, some of them at the universities, and still they don't find a job. That's why we have to go to them to enable them to find a job, and this is very important issue.
Yes, yes. So now, sir, the latest report says that the fact that Egypt is considered the largest market in the Middle East with 100 million consumers. So how does that affect the flow of investments?
It is very important, but let us talk about the standard of living, and the income per individual. This is very important. We have to have a target, because people are going to invest in a place where where is the cheap labor, where there is some attraction there, which we do have. But at the end of the day, it is a revolving issue. People are earning money and they are buying, and then factories are running, and this is around the circle. And this is very important to take it into consideration, that the market has to be, very alert to and attracted, and we have to adjust the market in a way that industry and the market is one issue, not two issues.
Yes, yes. Sir, also, what do we expect after these mega projects? What do we expect concerning the investments in Egypt in the coming future?
We are targeting certain numbers and certain things, which is good, that we have got a target, and this is a very important issue, which we have. Everything is planned, and if this mega project is going to work out things which can improve the economy and improve the income of the individual.
Yes, yes. Now, sir, also the reports concerning the growth rate in Egypt. For example, the Suez Canal achieved a growth rate of 11.7%. The canal have achieved its highest revenues last July at a rate of $704 million. How do you see the importance of this?
Everything which is involving the economy and involving the increasement of the income of the nation, this will reflect on the individual and reflect of all of us, and this is very good news, that we hear that improvement in every section.
Yes. Yes, also because the Suez Canal and the tourism file, of course, are the national income of Egypt. So, for example, we can see that the hotels sector came on top of the domains that have achieved a growth rate of 45.5%.
Fantastic, it's very good, all good news, but at the end of the day, let us, be aware that we are 100 million people. Yes. And there is a lot of demands, and there is a lot and we are increasing in a higher rate. That's why we don't want to, to have the disadvantages of the increasement of the population on our economy. That it means, we have to industrialize more. We have to get a big section of the people which they get involved in industry and in agriculture, and all of these sections, which we are importing so many goods, we have to decrease the importation and increase the exportation to enable us to have a good economy.
Yes. Sir, also, how would establishing new cities, like for example, the new administrative capital and linking all these integrated cities with lines of transportations, lines and roads and bridges, and linking all these cities like El Galala Plateau, like Al Alamein city in the north coast with the new administrative capital. How would this attract investments to Egypt?
Of course, Egypt is very, as I said, it is between 3 continents, and Egypt is rich in their beaches, and they're rich with their, all the, things like our pyramids, our museums,
Yes.
and there are a lot of sites which is, can be visited.
Yes.
That's why Egypt, the tourists, hopefully that it will come back. And of course the coronavirus and all of these things was an obstacle in our way, but things are getting better, thank God, and
Yes.
hopefully that we can revive all of this again, and we can have a good income from the tourist industry, because it makes very important issue for our
Yes,
economy.
I thank you very much for your time. Thank you for
Thank
your
you very
valuable
much.
information. I really had the pleasure to host you today. Thank you so much,
you
Engineer
very much.
Samir Samy, economic expert. Thank you very much
Thank
for
you very
joining
much.
us
I appreciate
today.
it. Thank you.
Well, with this, my dear viewers, we come to the end of this episode of our program, Cairo Local Time. My name is Amal Mukhtar. Thank you for watching.